Hello, this is a tutorial. I just want to show you how to use Gemini or Nano Banana to create a studio styled scaled model. So assume at the beginning you have already a drawing of some AI generated form. Then you can use Nano Banana to create isometric view. So this is make isometric. So it looks like this. But it is not really a 3D model. So I'm not really happy with this isometric view. So instead, I'm just going to my original 3D model, which was made by Meshi or Triple, I forgot, based on this image. This model has been cleaned up in Rhino and also bring it into Weverse. So I basically captured an image of this guy, and then I say, hey, can you go ahead, make a scaled model using the real space in Studio as background. The model was made by Cardboard. So here's the result. I think it's actually pretty good. Gemini is able to imagine the studio and also create a material for the cardboard. Right, it looks pretty nice. And then I will say, hey, can you make this as a paper? So this is the result of the paper model. Again, I think it looks pretty awesome. Then I said, can you make this model as a section cut? I think this is a point Gemini is getting really confused how to do the section. So instead, I'm actually going back to Rhino. So in Rhino, I'm able to create a clipping plan. And then in this clipping plan, I'm able to cut the models into sections. And then I capture this as a screenshot and then throw this back into Gemini, right? So say, hey, take this image, the section cut in Rhino as your reference, then make a scaled model. So you can see this model looks exactly like the section. It's also created pretty nice details within the section. Then ask, can you make this model as a cardboard? So this is a cardboard version, which I think is pretty nice. It has all the correct color and material texture. And I put another section view captured from Rhino. Then I say, hey, can you make this as a scaled model? I want this be clay, right? It looks like a clay. So here's the result. I think this looks really nice. Almost looks like plaster, right? Casted into a mold. Very nice details. You can definitely download and then upscale this in other program like Stable Diffusion or Korea. And then I add, can you make this as a cardboard, right? So here's a cardboard version. I think it's also very nice. It has this correct orientation, the cuts of each sheets. And then I give Gemini a reference picture, say, can you make the structure like this one, but keep the original tower's form? So basically, I'm asking AI to do is to preserve the original form, but introduce this kind of interlocking waffle-like structures to formulate the form. And then here is the result. I think this also surprised me is actually understand the waffle very well. So here you can see the intersections. Yeah, so this is all my experiment, super quick about Nano Banana Gemini and how to use it to fake a studio image. So yeah, if you don't have time in studio to make a scaled physical model, this could be the way to fake. You might also want to switch different angles, do the different cuts, or play different lightings to get the ideal result. Okay, I think that's it. Super quick, short tutorial.